my channel. In today's video, we're gonna be working on the C10 again. It's been a couple of weeks before I actually did anything on the C10, and what I'm gonna do in this video is I'm gonna build the cart to hold the cab. So basically what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start working on the cab first. So I'm gonna go down the hill and get the cab up and basically put it on the cart. So I'm gonna start out with getting some measurements off the cab, and then I'm gonna try to attempt to make the cart. And not sure how long all of this is gonna take, but I may also pick up the C10 from down the hill and bring it up. So not sure. I'm gonna build the cart to kind of put the cab inside of the shop so I can roll it around, but I think I want to kind of keep it outside first because I want to do all the sanding or whatever I need to do with it outside without messing up the shop. So that's what we're going to do in this video. Get some measurements off of the C10 cab, build the cart, and try to get the cab up the hill or whatever I'm going to do with it. So all right, I'll start back recording once I get up to the shop. All right, so it's been a while since I came down here to the body of the C10, but what I'm getting ready to do now is I had to take some measurements of the cab because I'm getting ready to make a cab cart so that we can lift this and put it on the cab cart so I can start doing the body work on it. And I'm gonna start off with the cab, and then I'll do the bed and then the front end last. So that's my plan. So I looked up the wood and I priced everything to make a cart for it, and I think I found a cheaper option. So let me show you what I'm going to use instead to start off with the cart. All right, so I got 2 of these tables for $50, and that'd be cheaper than the wood that it would take to build these. So I'm just going to put some metal extensions on them, and I think they should work pretty good for what I need it for. All right, finished one of the carts. Just got to do the other one. I think that one's ready. I'm gonna do some tests with it first before I actually put the weight on it. All right, so with the cart, I measured it 30 inches across is what I needed. I think 30. I have to measure it again, but I got 36 across. So it's wide enough, and it is barely long enough. We're at 48 inches. I measured it a little bit further than 48 inches because I was trying to make a cart so I can flip the cab to be able to do the bottom. So I'm not really worried about flipping it now, but this should be enough for the cab to just go on it. Let's see how high we have. All right, we got about 27 inches, 27.25 inches high. And I think that's a little bit higher than I wanted it because the wheels came up a little bit taller than I expected. So the only thing that I'm worried about is when I put the cab on it, if it's gonna rock side to side, or if it, if it takes the chance of flipping over. I don't think it would. I hope it doesn't. But let's go and get some final measurements from down there with the truck and see where we're at. Not sure if you can see well, but the cross ties apart are about 30 inches. So I got like an additional 3 inches on each side. And let me get a height adjustment. Cross ties are about 24. So it's a little bit higher than I thought, or lower than I thought. But let me get a length measurement. So lengthwise, 48 inches put me at the bare minimum of where I need to be. So about right there. 48 comes about to right here. So that's like the bare minimum of where it needs to be. Which I think it may work. Got no choice but to make it work, I guess. Alright, I had thought it'd fit on this trailer, but it will if we turn it a different direction. But the reason why I want to put it on a trailer or a flatbed trailer is because when we were taking it down the hill last time, it was doing a lot of swinging, and I don't want to take the chance of damaging it. So that's why we're thinking about putting it on this trailer. And I still may do it, but just like I said, it has to go sideways on the trailer. All right, so once again, I think I'm gonna try to lift it with this board like we did when we got it down here. I got my little foamies up here to kind of help protect it. And we're gonna see how we can get this thing lifted up. Got the tractor right there ready. I'm gonna back the trailer up to it, the small trailer, and we're gonna put it on there sideways. And I think that's gonna be the best approach for now. And I'm gonna do it on the small trailer because I think I'm gonna use a chemical stripper to strip the paint off. And once I get the paint off, or using the chemical stripper, I'm gonna have to take it to the car wash to get it hosed down. So I think that's gonna be my best resort. So, all right, so we got the cab moved and put on the trailer, used the tractor, and it was just me and my dad here, so I couldn't really record it because I was helping guide the cab to keep it from hitting the front of the tractor. But we got it moved, and I'll show you what I did with it. All right, so I just got it sitting down here on this trailer, and this is what I'm gonna, this is where it's gonna be at until I start working on it. There's things that I have to do to it, a lot of cleanup. I gotta remove the windshield, and the actual firewall is not as in bad shape, or as bad shape that I thought it would be. So that's a good thing. So I think I'm a bead blast or sand blast down in here. So there's some people who cut that off or drill out the pinch wells, but I'm not gonna do that. That's a little too much work. I think I can bead blast it to get it up in there. So also, let me show you. All right, this is what I just recently found out. This window is not the original window for it, because it's the 71 didn't come with a sliding rear window. So I guess I'm gonna figure out if I should keep this window in there or just get a regular one when I replace it, because I'm gonna have to take it out anyway. So I just don't know if I'm gonna go back with the sliding glass or put a regular one in it. So that, and also got some cracking up here. I'm hoping that's just paint. I don't know if that's Bondo. We'll find out. But I'm hoping it's just paint and I can get it sanded off pretty easily. So, all right, so that's the plans. Just like I said, I'm probably gonna do some work on it while it's on the trailer, but I'll explain all this in the outro. So, all right, so I'm gonna hold off on the cart right now, especially with putting the wheels on this other cart. And what I'll do is, once I get the majority of the dirty stuff done to the cab, I can move this over. So my plan is to slide this over next to the wall, and then I'll be able to push the cab inside of here and work on it inside of here. So I think that'll give me more than enough room. So, and that way I can work on it with it out, you know, not being out in the weather. So, but I'll just, like, again, I'll explain all that in the outro. So let's go ahead and get this video closed out. All right, so as you saw, you just got finished taking the cab and installing it on the trailer. And the reason why I put it on the trailer is I just thought about it. When I put I'm going to use a chemical stripper, and I don't know if I said this earlier or not, but I think I'm going to use a chemical stripper to strip the paint off. And once I get the paint and stuff off, I'm going to have to take it down to the car wash to wash off the stuff off of it. So I think just until I can get it on the cart, I think I'm going to do most of the body work and stuff while it's on the trailer. Sand it down, do whatever I need to do while it's on the trailer, and then only put it on the cart when I'm ready to take it inside. So that trailer is not going to be used, so it'll be perfectly fine sitting where it is. So I think that's what I'm going to go ahead and do, just that way it's not in the way and I can move it around back and forth and stuff with it on the trailer. So thanks for watching. Click on that subscribe button if you haven't. Click that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video.